Hello and welcome. Welcome. That's the word I'm looking for. Hope you guys are doing good. It's Thursday. We are starting to get closer to the end of the week. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at some trades that we've took over the week. We're going to be seeing if we maybe find some trades today. See if we maybe can enter some trades during the course of this live stream. I'm doing the live stream 1 hour earlier today to see if I can perhaps get a trade in around the 4-hour candle close that is gonna close at the end of this live stream. Okay, first of all, I want to say welcome to all the new members of RLZ Exclusive. I posted a new trade setup example right here in the market analysis channel under RLZ Exclusive. And for those of you who don't know what RLZ Trading or RLZ Exclusive is, we have a community called RLZ Trading. It's free for everyone. You can check the link in the description below. You can join for free. And also we're going to do some backtesting today where I will be using a very advanced backtesting template available for free for all the members of the RLZ Exclusive. So go in the link in the description below. We have a free section and a paid section. This right here is for the RLZ Exclusive members, which is... you know what? I think I have a discount code in the description below. And if I haven't removed that one yet, I was supposed to remove it, but try it out. It might be still active. It's 50% and you can use it on a yearly subscription, which means you'll get over 75% discount on the monthly membership. So instead of $50 a month, you're paying $12 a month, which is pretty much nothing. And that's the reason why I'm going to remove that one, because it's almost free. But yeah, I'll keep it on for this live stream. I'll keep it on for probably the end of the day. So if you are interested, check that link in the description. This one right here, I'm actually going to break this down on the live stream today as well. And then as always, as we do on the Thursday live streams, some of these will be public on YouTube. This one today is public. Some of them will not be public. 3 times a week, we are going through the markets on Monday. As a private workshop and a private webinar for the RLZ Exclusive members, we're going through all the weekly trade plans and setups. And you can, if you're new in the RLZ Exclusive membership, you can see the live webinars channel right here. And then, of course, you cannot miss the videos exclusive channel where I post videos breaking down certain aspects. As soon as I see something, if I'm trading and I get an idea and I see something in the chart, I want to quickly record a video and get it out to you as quickly as possible. Question and answers right here. This is where you ask any questions that you want to be brought up on these live streams as well. Monday, we're doing our weekly trade planning and setups every Monday morning. Every Wednesday morning, we're doing a midweek review where we look at the trades that we have open. We do some trade evaluation and setup evaluation of the open trades. And then on Thursday is this one right here where we're doing a weekly trade recap, lesson learned, and open question and answers. And then of course every Friday I do a weekly journal review. I record a video, gather some stats on that if I can find anything interesting, and send it out to the community as well. So yeah, that's it for this right here. Let's jump straight into TradingView, where I do have a trade setup example that I wanted to show you here on USD/JPY. So first of all, this is my pre-trade checklist, and I wanted to go through this pre-trade checklist with you guys because I think it's insanely important that you have a pre-trade checklist. Okay, so what you want to do is, now, of course, it takes time to build a pre-trade checklist because it needs to be based on your routines and your habits as a trader and your system, of course. But let's go through this, right? The first list on my pre-trade checklist is, have I meditated and journaled today? And I have, so that's a yes, right? And we can take this trade as an example, and I'll break down all the drawings that I have on here. I know it's quite messy right now. For those of you who are in the RLZ Exclusive, you get the screenshot in the analysis channel as well. But let's break this down. What I do is every morning when I come into the office, that's going to be around 9, sometimes 8, 8:30, but most of the time at around 9. I start working though, I start trading at 7 in the morning based on if it's wintertime or summertime. In wintertime, I start working at 6 in the morning because that's when the 4-hour candle close. And then on summertime, which we're in right now, it's 7 in the morning. So you know, in the summer, I start at 7 in the morning, get up around 6:30, and then see if I have any trades around the 7 a.m. 4-hour candle closing. And then in the wintertime, I get up around 5:30 for that 6 a.m. 4-hour candle close. Come down to the office. After that, I come down to the office and the real work begins, right? And every time before I take a trade, I have to ask myself, have I meditated or journaled today? I go into the office, I sit down for 10 minutes and I meditate. This is before I power on the PC. Sit down, meditate for 10 minutes, and then right after that, I sit down with my pen and paper, journal right here, and I start writing. And I start writing about my expectations of the day. How am I feeling? Is there anything that any ideas or any thoughts that I had around my trading during the meditation session? And I try to write things and also visualize my success as a trader and write things about what I need to focus on going forward. Very important stuff. And also, I also have notes from the day before. So I'll read through the notes from the day before on, lessons learned and things like that. So I'm very prepared for what's coming ahead. Okay, and then number 2 is weekend trade plans done. Have I done my weekly trade planning on a Sunday? If I haven't done that, then I need to do it right away. And that's this level right here. This blue level right here, marked as high time frame level, marked out during weekly trade planning. That's the level that is marked out on a Sunday. And then third is price within an area of interest. This is the area of interest. So right here you would say, yeah, USDJPY is in the area of interest. Does the trade align with the high time frame trend? Does the trade align with the daily trend? Now, if the daily trend is bearish and I see a long setup, I'm not going to take that trade. If the daily trend is neutral or in a range, or I'm not really sure about the daily trend, then I can take a trade either way. But if the trend is very clear on the daily, I have to trade in accordance to that trend. Number 4, does the trade align with the high time frame trend? I just went through that, so let's skip that. Okay, so break of structure or reversal pattern on the 4-hour. That's a yes. We have a down move right here. We have a break of structure right here and the reversal pattern on the 4-hour. Is there a strong thrust candle breaking a key level? And this thrust candle right here. So that's a yes. Is there a clear breakout level for entry? And yes, it's a clean and clear breakout level right here. And have I, before entering the orders and everything, have I double checked the position size so that the lot size is correct for this trade? That's an important one, because sometimes, and I'm sure a lot of you have done the same mistake here, and that's detrimental. What you can do sometimes, a simple thing like just adding an extra 0, and it might sound simple. You're just adding an extra 0. Well, your lot size when doing so is 10 times bigger than usual. So if you're going to be entering a 2 lot position, put an extra 0 on, it's now 20 lots, and that 1% per risk trade is now 10% per risk. That's going to be detrimental to your performance, and it's going to put a dent in your equity curve that it will take a very long time to recover from. Simple things like this, if you ever made a mistake like that, which I have, you want to have that in the pre-trade checklist. Now, I actually have a setting in my position size calculator which says that I have a max limit loss. If I try to enter a position bigger than a specific lot size, then that position and that order will not execute, which is a very good function to help me with that issue. When I've confirmed the lot size, I go on to the next checklist point, which is, am I feeling rational and not impulsive? What I'm trying to do here is if I'm in this state of mind where I want to take an impulsive decision and I'm not really looking at the bigger picture, I want to give myself some time, some room for error, and a moment to reflect on that, to stop myself from making impulsive decisions and taking trades that I'm not supposed to be taking. And then right here, it's one part of my checklist is, have I taken a 5-minute break if needed? If I do feel on this question that I'm not sure where I am mentally, then I will take a 5-minute break and I will reflect on it. And then after that 5-minute break, I'll ask myself, will the trade follow the plan? It's a weird question, but what it should say is, will I mark this trade as according to plan or not according to plan in my weekly trade journal review? Very important questions. And then I have a few reminders. And these reminders is things that I've added on through, with time. The more I'm testing the system, the more I'm trading the system, and the more I'm backtesting, the more things I come up with that I need to remember. So for example, when trading this specific system here, I need to remember to only trade 4-hour reversals at the end of a 4-hour trend and avoid 4-hour breakouts and trend continuation. It doesn't make any sense to find for me, it doesn't make any sense to trade with the 4-hour trend as a trend. This is not a trend continuation system. For those of you who've been following me for a while, know that I have a system running parallel to this called the RLZ method, where I'm utilizing the RLZ slingshot indicator. By the way, that indicator and the course on RLZ method is available for all members of the RLZ exclusive, free of charge. Well, of course, the membership is not free of charge, but you get all of that content within that membership. And also, as I've announced in the community yesterday, I believe, maybe it was today, doesn't matter. I'm working on a new course, breaking down this one right here. It will not be as advanced as the RZ method course, because that one breaks down like the fundamentals of technical analysis. This one will break down only this system, thinking that those watching that course already has the fundamentals of technical analysis in it, because you've watched the other one. And that's going to be released probably end of this month or next month. All right, Henry, good question. How do you set that risk limit that would prevent the trade from being executed? That's a great question, and I will cover that in after this example. So that's the pre-trade checklist. Very important stuff right there. Now let's break down this. Let's break down all of these texts right here. What does all of this mean? Okay, so we can go out first to the daily. Now I'm going to remove all the drawings to make it a little bit simpler to watch. And by the way, like the video, it really helps me. Small gesture from you helps me a lot to grow this channel and to help you guys become profitable, funded trader. I mean, the goal with RLZ trading, whether you're in RLZ exclusive or the free open community and watching these live streams, I want to help you, right? I want to help you get to the next level in trading. And more specifically, I want to help you get funded. And as you guys know, I also work full-time for the Fivers, the funding for the prop firm, the Fivers, which means I do have a lot of knowledge and insights into how I believe these prop firm challenges should be passed and kept funded, for as long as possible. Okay, let's remove all the drawings to make it a bit simpler. So on the daily right here, first thing I do is I mark out a daily level. Now, I can't add a level here because then all the drawings are going to get back, but I can show you with the horizontal cursor line right here that there is a level here on the daily. So this is a level that I've marked out. There's definitely a level between, in this zone. So now I have an alert at that level, and price comes down into the level of interest, which is the high time frame level zone, and that's when I switch to the 4-hour. And on the 4-hour, we see now that the price is in the high time frame area of interest, and we have a downtrend right here. Okay, downtrend. Lower highs, lower lows into the area of interest. Down here, inside the area of interest or around the area of interest. It doesn't have to be perfect, but around the area of interest at the low of this range, we have, at the low of this trend, we have a reversal pattern, which could be viewed as an inverse head and shoulders or whatever. I don't care what name you use to identify these reversal patterns, but for someone who is well-versed in the world of technical analysis, which I believe most of you watching are, this is a reversal pattern. And what I'm looking for is when a reversal pattern like this is forming, I want to see a 4-hour breakout candle. Now, there's many names for this type of candle. Dante and people, Henry says Quasimodo. I'm not really exactly sure about what Quasimodo, how that looks. So, but you might be right. I have to ask Victor about that one. But there's many different ways for this candle. Trader Dante would call it a thrust candle. Some people might want to call it just a breakout candle or a momentum candle, whatever. What this is simply a 4-hour candle opens well below the level and closes well above the level with a strong push, strong momentum to the upside. That creates a clean level, which I put at the last high pre-break. Also, something that Trader Dante and his students are using. You can call it the breakout level or the last high pre-break. Doesn't matter. We all know what it is. That level right there, put on that wick. And this is where I put in my limit orders. I tried to front run that level a little bit. I put my limit orders. Stop loss is well below the whole structure of this bottom formation. And then I'm just looking for a 0.53 R trade. That's it. And what's funny about this one is if we play this forward, when you have a 4-hour reversal pattern at a daily level, most of the time that also creates a new trend. Not every time, but a lot of times it does actually create a new trend. And as you can see here, if we remove the replay function, this is where we are currently trading. And the very low of this downtrend that created that uptrend is this 4-hour reversal pattern right here. It's very powerful stuff, very simple, very powerful stuff, but it's a way that I found is a very nice way for me to trade, because it gives me a lot of freedom. When I'm trading the RSL method, it's very systematic. It has very clear rules. It's very systematic. You know exactly if it's a trade or not. But I really like the freedom of not having any indicators on the chart, just having horizontal levels and looking at market structure. That's what I've always wanted to do with my trading, and I finally feel like I've created a parallel system here where I can trade two different systems at the same time, and this is actually the one I'm liking more. The only problem with this, it's slightly discretionary. It doesn't, well, it's quite systematic, but it doesn't have signals and indicators, you know. But one of the problems I've noticed is the more discretion you have in your system, the more you have to rely on trading psychology. And we all know that trading psychology is difficult, to say the least. That's good. That's really good. What would we do without coffee? Not a lot. Not a lot. Okay, so now let's I want to show Henry where we can so the position size calculator, you can go to Google and you can search for position size calculator. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to do it for you. I'm going to post a link in the comments. Right, I'm gonna post this in the comments, and then you can find it right there. I will also make sure that I can pin it. Okay, so you know which one it is. Okay, but for those of you watching who just got on the live stream, you can if you're using MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5, check the pinned comments in the comments, and you can download that EA. And I'll show you, Henry, where you can put it all in. Interesting. So basically it's on the trading page, and then you have we'll have to have that conversation in the RSL exclusive, because I can't find the exact specific settings that I'm using, and I don't want to be wasting too much time here. So let's take a look at that, closer look at that later. See, where do we have the backtesting template, because now we want to start doing some backtesting. I can do this in a good way. So what happens now if I pull this window up? Give me a second, guys. I'm not sure why this is not working. Right, there we go. Okay, that's the backtesting template. Now, what happens if I press this one? Then trading view should come up. Perfect. Now I can switch back and forth between the backtesting template. I can show you the whole process. All right, so where is the Henry system? It's right here. I'm not going to call it the Henry system. It's just, now it is called the Henry system. I need to make a copy of that one. Let's make sure I got a copy of that one. Gotta save that. All right, appreciate the likes. Appreciate everyone hitting that like. Okay, let's remove all of this because now we have on. Okay, so what is the next pair that we should be testing? We have one on GU that we haven't added yet. The one from yesterday, the one that hit stop loss, I believe. We did exit this one before stop loss was actually hit, but in backtesting, I'm not really doing any trade management. Actually, sometimes I am actually doing trade management in backtesting, so maybe this has to be one of those trades because I did manage it live and it's pretty clear. Well, so stop loss would have been down here. TP up here, I believe. And where would I have exit this one? Where exit? Well, you know what? This is just going to be a full loss. Okay, this is just a full loss. So, oh, actually, I didn't show trading view, but this is what I'm watching. Right, this is trade on GU. That was from yesterday. So that's 2nd October 11. That's when the candle closed. 2nd October at 11. That's when it closed. We go here. 2nd October. 1100 GBP USD -1. Okay, what's our hit rate now? It's 39 trades. We have 84.6% win rate. That's good. It's gonna come lower. The higher number of trades that I'm gonna get in this backtesting template, obviously the lower the win rate is gonna be. And the goal is to be above 70%. We have a pretty big buffer here. On GU, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, I think we had 9 trades and 2 losers on GU during the course of this current year. Going back to TradingView, we have actually done all of these. So we've done all of the majors for this year. So we can now look at the actual statistics of this. Tells us that 39 trades on all the majors, 4 pairs during the course of 2024, and a pretty good, a decent cumulative R. I mean, if you're risking 1% per trade, you're up 11%. And you know, it might not sound a lot making 11%, and I agree, 11% is 11% in a year is not a lot of, you know, but we're hoping that that number is going to be much bigger with the, you know, the more pairs that we're adding. So I want to select one more one more pair to test here, and I'm gonna select one which I like, and that's Euro NCD. I'm gonna start with Euro NCD. Man, time flies when I'm doing these live streams. Okay, so what we're doing now is we're going to remove all the drawings. And we're going to the beginning of 2024, 1st of January, which is right here, using the replay function. And we're going to start with the daily. We have any daily levels here. What's the next trade like? Not sure. I want to wait for price to get out of this current range. There we go. Now, where is price? The first what we have to talk about is the overall trend. What trend are we seeing here on Euro NCD? Yes, Henry, you're absolutely right. 10% per year is better than keeping the money in the bank. Absolutely, but it's not passive. I mean, having the money in the bank and you're getting passive income from that, that's, you know, money doing nothing. Trading like this a full year is very time consuming considering all the things that I'm doing around trading. So I need to make more than 11% per year for it actually to be worth it. Now, what if you have 10 million though? Like if you're trading 10 million USD, well, you know, you're making $1 million. So, you know, making $1 million a year, that's, you know, that's okay. So the more money you have, and then, you know, you look at maybe you have 100 million, maybe you're one of those traders, and then 10%, 11% is good. If you can do that regularly, but I'm looking at much more. I want to make, you know, I want to be able to reach the max funding with the fibers, which is 4 million. And to do that, I need to, I'm doubling the account every 10%. So I'm currently at 160K. So next, on my next 10%, and I'm currently in a drawdown, so I'm not even in profit on that one. So I'm currently in a drawdown, but next time is 320. And then if I double it once again, I'm at 640, and then once again, and I'm at 1,300,000. So I need to double the account. I need to make 30%. From where I'm currently at, I need to make 30% profit, and then at that point I'll have 1.3 million only on that account. And then I have accounts with other firms as well. So the goal for this year was to get 1 million in funding, which probably not going to happen, but hopefully we'll get there next week. Next year, I mean. Okay, so we have to ask ourselves, what's the trend like here? I'm just going to say it's neutral. It's a massive range here. So we did have a pretty big move to the upside here though on the daily. I'm probably going to be looking at this area for a possible 2 to 3 months. 2 to 3% a month is very, very good. As long as I make 1, 2, 3% per month, I'm very happy about that. Okay. Excuse me. I think we have a level here. We're going to go with the 4-hour. And this is exactly what I do not want to be trading. Look at how I added the daily level, and then we got a breakout. And you could say, well, you know what? Considering, you know, the breakout and the trend, we might want to, you know, go along here. And that's exactly what I'm not supposed to be doing. It might work, you know, it might work, but yeah, most of the time it doesn't. So now we have a level here on the daily, and actually what I like is we have a break of structure here, right? We have a move like this. So I have to ask myself, can I trade that? So we're going to go back to the daily. I'm selecting that bar. And we're going to go back to the daily. And I'm going to ask myself, is this a trade I could be taking? Remember, again, I said I believe the trend is neutral, but we're having a breakdown on the daily. I do, however, think that this is, you know, if this level gets retested, then the trade idea is gone. but it's not tested. So the daily level here below is not tested. So when I get that breakdown, what I would do is I would look at the last high pre-break, or the last low pre-break in this case, and I'll probably use that one to kind of front run price. And I would enter a position here. I would like to take TP here. That means the stop loss needs to be here, and I usually want to have a bigger stop loss, but I do think that would be the trade. Yep, that would probably be the trade. But then you see price comes down and hits that level. Now I don't want to short this, because my area that I wanted the price to go to has already been hit. Now I'm gonna play forward here, but I'm not gonna mark this as a trade, a loser or a winner, because I would not be trading this live, because this level has now been tested, and that's the move that I wanted to be trading. And you see it did come down, it did hit that TP, so it would have been a winner, but I feel like it's just, you know, if you remove this price action, then I would take this trade again. I would wait for that to be filled. So there's a lot of discretion that goes into this, definitely. But I want to make sure that I only take the best trades. So now on the daily, now I'm looking at this, and if there's a bounce here, I think we might have, I'm just going to create a big level here. And if we have a 4 hour, like a move down, and then a 4 hours break of structure down in this area, then that might tell me to go long. So imagine we have this structure. Then I would be trading that one. Let's see what we get. Price is coming down, did like a double bottom here on the 4 hour. Yeah. Now let's go back here. I want to look at the daily. What is price doing here on the daily? I would say the price is neutral, even though you have sort of this structure on the bigger picture. Looking at the bigger picture, I would still call this neutral. I would still look at this as a range, you know. So price coming back into that daily level, I could actually consider going long here, because we have, I think we just have such clean clear level above. So let's see. Yeah, that's a bit problematic. What about that one? Nope. I don't like that. What about now? What about getting a, looking at the daily again? Okay, so we're now testing that lower area. Maybe a break of structure here. Yeah, that's a good breakout level, right? That's the thrust candle I'm talking about, and that's the last high pre-break. And now we're kind of looking at this. I would put limit buy orders right here. Probably front run that a little bit. Then TP stop loss below here, and then TP fits nicely with that high. So let's see what we get. All right, getting filled, and TP hit immediately. Now the problem here is, you know, looking at entry, it's 6238, and the low is 6236. Would I have been filled here? On Fivers, I would probably be filled, but not on my personal account. But I'm gonna mark this as a winner, because the general idea worked out. Okay, so we go to 11th of February, 7 in the morning. and we remove that. Create a folder here that says trades. Thinking that we have another trade coming up here. I mean, this is a very good looking. There's two ways I'm trading. Either I enter my orders on the last high pre-break, limit orders right here, or if I have confirmation of a retest. You see, this is a very clear break of structure. For the next candle, say, yeah, I think this is really good. Because now we're retesting that level. Actually, I want a bullish engulfing when it is retesting that level. So let's wait a minute. Okay, let's go back to the daily. I'm still liking this as support for another move up. So now we have a structure here on the 4 hour, like a double bottom. Looking for that breakout candle. I think this is a good candle. Looking at entering on that one. Front running just a little bit. Stops below here. And then TP is slightly higher. Let's see what we get here. Failed. Ah, the stop loss. And now I have to think about this. I have to think about the fact, ask myself, was this a good trade or not? Because there's a big difference here between the first trade and the second trade. Asking these questions and based on what conclusions I come to based on these, this discussion or whatever with myself, is added to my pre-trade checklist. If I see this pattern playing out where, let's say I have one trade set up here and then price is creating a similar pattern above, then is that really a trade or is this the trade? I think that's not really a thrust candle because it has the wicks and everything. I mean, this is the thrust candle. And if I go through all the trades, I'll probably going to see that I think in this case, do you mean this one, Henry? Yeah, stop loss should probably be below that one. Or even all the way down here, but definitely down here. Where would TP be then? Actually, TP would be up here. So that actually makes sense. The stop loss on this one was very, very tight. That level makes much more sense for stop loss because the TP would still be at these highs. But I'm also thinking about the entry trigger. Let's see how this would have played out. That wouldn't have made a difference. But I'm thinking about this candle right here. That's actually not a thrust candle. So if you compare this candle, this one right here, there's a clear difference. This is a strong candle going straight through the level. This is more of an indecisive candle. Okay, so I gotta make a mental note on that I need to double check the actual entry trigger to make sure that it's an actual thrust candle and not just a indecisive candle like that one. Okay, going back to the daily. To remove these levels, could mark out these lows. See that it is a massive level here. Could be looking at a breakup structure here in the 4 hour with a clear breakout candle. If I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I feel like the trade I took here, based on this candle, was actually based on a bit of an impulsive decision, because I know that that's not the candle I should be trading, but I did anyway. So now this structure right here, if we have a strong candle going through the level, that's the trade. You see right there, that's the candle we want to see. A strong candle going through, breaking structure. And we can actually look at if it makes sense to enter on that one, because what really broke the structure is either that low or this high. See if this makes sense from a risk to reward perspective. Where's the next level above? The next level above, I would say, is where this down move happened. It's going to be that one. So let's see if we get filled on this one. Yeah, that's a better one. Now, I could have selected this one below as well for a move like that. But what I've seen is, if it makes sense from a risk to reward perspective, that's the one I'm gonna look at. Give me a minute, guys. I'll be back in just a minute. All right, I'm back. Okay, so when was this trade taken? Wow, I'm very blurry. Better. 26th of February at 3 in the morning. Now, obviously, that's not going to be a trade I'm going to be taking, because I'm not awake at that time. But it's still important to track every trade to make sure to see, if, for example, I would see that on a particular pair I'm only profitable at the time when I'm sleeping. It's good to know. Maybe I'm on vacation. I'm in a part of the world where I can trade during that time. It's good to have these numbers and also know which I should be trading and not trading based on that. So 26, 3 in the morning, 3 at night. February. Yeah. Right, next one. Daily. Yep, that's... What about the next levels above? I think I want to mark out this one. Let's see if what price does here. See price coming up into that level. On the 4 hour, we're not getting anything here. But this level, get a reversal inside this area. Okay, I still see this is still an uptrend. That's a break though. That's definitely breaking lower. Okay, so now, okay, this is a bit problematic because it's hitting that level. Yeah, this is not going to be a trade. Where's the next level below? I feel like a bit confused over where good levels are. That kind of makes sense. Do we have any type of reversal down here? Oh, maybe. No, that's not going to be, I'm not going to be able to trade that. Let's wait for price to break out. So I would say that price is now giving us some bullish characteristics with that move, that breakout. But it's still an uptrend here on the 4 hour. I'm not going to be trading a trend following system here. So we'll wait for the trend to come up into this area, and then we'll look for a break of structure. And while doing that, we also have to look at the daily, because we want to make sure that we're trading with the overall daily trend. It's just ranging around here. We go to the daily. I think it's quite difficult to get a read on the daily trend here. Actually, I mean, we have like these highs here. That this is a good question, and not yeah, I'm taking trades regardless of time, because I'm looking at the statistics to see which time of day is actually more profitable. So you can go into the backtesting template here. We can look at trading sessions, and then we can actually see here that the New York session gives me a 85.7% win rate. The London session is 77, and we can look at the average R for trading session. The Hong Kong session actually has a higher risk to a higher return, so it's either the New York session or the Hong Kong session, when the lowest return happens in the London session. So that's and then you have the number of trades. The number of trades is highest in the New York session, and I'm most profitable in the New York session as well. And then I'll be adding all this, and then I'll see which session is more important. So I think I'm actually able to short this, because I don't really understand. I feel like the daily trend is not super clean and clear here. So we're gonna go to that break right there, which I'm not really feeling that this is a massive break to the downside. I think this just feels like it's testing support here. So we need a proper breakout. Is that something we might want to trade? No, I want another one. And here I think it's too late. But now we're actually forming a downtrend here on the 4 hour. And that's a good break and retest right there. Come up here, we retest this level here. But I'm not sure how I would trade this. I mean, yeah, it's going lower. Makes sense. But now we're not in the area of interest. So the idea of shorting would be correct, but I didn't see or find the entry triggers that I wanted to find. And now we're coming down at a very good daily level. And now with that bounce, I think the trend is quite clear. And we are seeing a massive 4-hour bottom formation here. And that's a good thrust candle, right? We can look at this, use this structure right here. And then obviously I would want price to come down all the way down here on preferably the next candle. So like so, okay. Tops probably down here. Then TP 53. Yeah, I'm removing orders here, but you see that the idea is probably correct. Yeah, this is very powerful stuff to identify reversals. Really powerful, as you can see, obviously. But you also have to catch them. Now we're coming up here into this daily level, and now obviously I don't want to short this now because now the daily trend is bullish. Not going to short that. We can, however, go long if we come down to that daily support once again, which we did here. So let's go to replay. And we're looking at the daily. It's hitting that level again. Could definitely go long here. Let's see if we have some type of reversal pattern here. Need a strong breakout candle. Well, that's actually breaking the level. It's actually a breakout. Not a big one, but it is a breakout. Okay, this is going to be the last one. After this one, I'll have to run. Okay, we are filled. Good reaction. Not the best reaction. Now, if we get back to profit, I will be moving stops up. Now we have a great... Actually, this right here, if we remove this, if we only look at this, no, never mind. That's not a good trigger. What I'm going to do now is I'll probably move my stop loss here, making sure that I limit the loss of this trade. Oh. And now it kind of feels like we're at resistance, right? So it feels like we're just at... But it's actually a good structure here. Something like that. So I would probably keep this open, but I would move my stops here. And I would get stopped out right there. So let's say this is a like minus 0.6 R trade. And it happened on the 8th of May, 11. So yeah, not... Oh, wait, this is the wrong one. I'm actually looking at the wrong stats. This is the one. All right. Now we got 42 trades in here, and we're at 83.3% win rate, and that's it. I'm done with today's session. Obviously, it takes a bit longer when I have to explain everything. So when I start doing this, when I have more focused sessions, then this backtesting will pick up, and we're gonna have a lot more trades in here. And the goal is, of course, to have 200 trades. So I'm going to be testing probably 200 trades over the course of 2024, and then we're going to look at the statistics and which pairs have the most setups, which are most profitable, and that sort of things. Okay, guys, thank you for joining here today, and don't forget, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. You can go into the RLZ trading community. You're free to join. It's free to join. I hope to see you all in there. Thank you for joining here today, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.